Now we've got to think here. Now let's see. What would Brian Boitano do? Yeah, what would Brian Boitano do?
Run! Skip! Run! Skip! What would Brian Boitano do? He was here right now. He'd make a plan and he'd follow through. That's what Brian Boitano do. Run! Skip! Run! Skip! When Brian Boitano was in the Olympics skating for the gold, he did 2 stout cows and a triple lunch wearing a blindfold. When Brian Boitano was in the Alps fighting grizzly bears, he used his magical fire breath and saved the Maidens Fair. Run! Skip! Run! Skip! So what would Brian Boitano do if he was here today? I'm sure he'd kick an ass or two. That's what Brian Boitano do. Run! Skip! Run! Skip! When Brian Boitano traveled through time to the year 3010, he fought the evil robot king and saved us all again. When Brian Boitano beat the pyramids, he beat up Kubla Khan. Cause Brian Boitano doesn't take shit from anybody. No, Brian, those chicken wings are really spicy. Do not eat those. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. I've never seen a man eat so many chicken wings. Run! Skip! Run! Skip! Brian Boitano was born on the planet of Krylock. He came to Earth to save us all from war and death and stuff. Hide-it-oh-day, Brian Boitano's here. So round up all your lasses and tell them to have no fear. Say, come over here, my honey. I'm gonna take off my pants. And I'm gonna make dirty love to you. Cause that's what Brian Boitano do. Cause that's what Brian Boitano do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. The live stream edition. Thank you. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you and showing you what I do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. Joining me as tonight is nobody. Belle's got her, she does this Saturday thing, big Thanksgiving fair, and everybody comes over, and it's wonderful. But she's cooking tonight, so I don't have a producer. There's nobody here. It's just me. And I have, oh, this is great, man. I can say anything. Nobody can stop me now. Round of applause for freedom. All right, freedom. I want to do it. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about, bringing the focus on the use case cryptos, because as we know, these are what drive the market, bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo, it's no longer acceptable. Time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the podcast. There we go. I already burned up all of the already burned up all of the applauses. So there we go. Now, it's tough to carry these streams alone. It's tough, man, because I don't like dead air. I don't do dead air. That means I constantly have to be talking. It's from my radio days, and that's it. We can't have it. So I'm going to have to probably take a break mid stream, just a short one, few minutes. We'll play another song, and it gives me a chance to recover and get focused back in there and doing it. So if you guys can indulge me on that, I'd certainly appreciate it. We have the song's picked up, it's queued up, it's ready to go. So we'll do the podcast End of the World Radio, and there we go. I saw a comment over here from old man, and it's funny, dude. He said he's about deaf. He forgot to put his earplugs in. When I was young, when I was still in. I got out of the Navy, and then I joined the Army. I wanted to be in the Army and I did the Army for like 2 years as a 13 Delta. So anybody who's familiar with Army MOSs know I was a cavalry scout. I should not be a cavalry scout. All right, there's a lot of people that are well fit for that job. I'm not one of them. But to his point. When we go to the range to qualify, we actually have to qualify with our weapons. We have to show everybody that we can hit the damn target. And one of the parts of it is that you have to do it in full mop gear. That means all of your chem gear, your gas mask, everything with the split eye openings, which is it's impossible to hit anything with that. I mean, you're so cocked over trying to get one eye down there, and your cheek weld is just it's wasted. There's no way. What you do is you pop off a couple rounds until one hits, and then you just don't move the rifle. That's it. You just sit there and buck away. But as soon as I pulled the trigger the very first time, I realized I didn't have my hearing protection in. So I got an M4 going off next to my head 40 times with no hearing protection, man. But it's too late. We've committed. All right, we pulled the trigger. The clock started. You just kind of got to get through it. And I didn't hear right for days, dude. To this day, I still have the tinnitus from that event. So, old man, what I'm saying is, I certainly understand. Understand what you're going through, babe, because I've been there, and I'm still living with the blowback of that. You have no idea how high the volume is in these for me to be able to hear anything, man. I got that stuff cranked. My kid will be walking by. He's like, Dad, can you hear that? I can, because he can hear it like as clearly as I can. But those of us who work in these types of fields, it happens. Tinnitus is just a part of life. So, yeah, I was bored tonight, man. That's what it was. I wanted to take the week off. I really did. I just, settle down and recover. But I figured I realized that I enjoy being live more than that. And we're not a sponsored channel. That's the funny thing. You got guys that are being out there paid to do this. Crypto Cito is getting $100,000 a year from Adam to make videos and do this stuff. He's doing this for $100,000 a year. Now, granted, I'm sure his videos get a hell of a lot more views than mine do. I'm sure his live streams do. I don't know. I've never seen one of his live streams, so I can't comment on that. But $100,000, man. You know what I would do with $100,000? And you go to bat for me, guys. Get me sponsored. Get me the $100,000 a year. You will have a 24/7, 365 Cosmos network that will constantly be on. It will be on a cache, but you can get it through any kind of normal website. We'll have news. We'll have breaking. Jesus, man, I would sponsor shows. I would put shows on there. 20, that's what you get. I think that's what you get when you're paying that kind of money. I wouldn't make a dime. It would all go into the show, but I think that would be awesome. And if you're going to take the money, you should really do your very, very best. I don't think he is. And for that kind of cash that they're putting out, man, you wonder, why don't you hold Adam? I was like, it's a dumbass token to hold right now. Are you kidding me? Price action has been miserable, absolutely miserable. And the talking heads, this is why I'm actually, I'm okay with Belle not being here, man, because she would be cutting me off right now. I'd be hearing it. Stop, get off. Talk about AMP. Talk about something else. She would tell me, don't do that. But I can, though, guys. I'm an investor. I'm a retail investor, same as you. So what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do? We're not going to watch your video. You don't watch them anyway. All right? What do I give a fuck what you think? But the price action of that token has been absolutely miserable, guys. And guess what? I don't see it getting any better. I really don't. Let me show you why. Right here. This is settling out tomorrow. All right? Look. November 25th, 1500. This is going to settle in, and this is going to it's going to fail. This will not pass. All right, this will not pass. They're the whole cartel up there right now. They're Gandalf on the bridge facing the Balrog. No, you shall not pass. That's them swinging. They're big validators. That's what it is. I mean, Jesus, when you break it down, it's almost funny. These guys right here. These are the guys that are going to stop. Just gum up the entire works. And that is a big monster number. Now, people get very, very cavalier with this. They say with the no with veto. You guys do understand. This is a declaration of war. All right. When you no with veto, no is just saying, I don't like that. You know what? I'm going to vote and we'll let the chips fall. No with veto is saying none shall pass. That's what that is. That is a declaration of war. And if you ever deem to try this again, we will do it again. We not only want to fail your prop, but we want to take your money that you paid to put the prop up. All right, that is an absolute declaration of war. And I think it's funny because I'm pretty sure that there's a couple validators on here. You guys can fact check me. I mean, you're deeper in this. But I think it's kind of funny that even on the no with veto, that who did it doesn't show up. I just think that that's kind of funny. So apparently this 10 million tokens, what is that, about $80 million, $90 million, has no representation in this whatsoever. None. It's again, we're cool with it. You guys do your thing. Now, this is completely politicized right now, 100% politicized. And actually, I think it's kind of funny because I'm here for it, guys. I'm here for the whole goddamn thing. All right, and I own very little Atom now. I own very little Atom because of bullshit like this. I don't need this. I don't need this kind of uncertainty and this kind of cartel coverage in an investment of mine, man. I just don't. All right, crypto's tough. Man, it's already tough, and it's double tough when you got a Politburo that is up there making unilateral decisions for you in a decentralized space. It'd be enough that the people are allowed to vote, but the vote was never. This was preordained before that thing actually went up. All of these guys here, they all get there, they have their discussion, they talk it out, they decide which way that this shit is going to go, and then they decide who gets to be the good guy and who gets to be the bad guy. That's where that comes down to, is who's going to be the good guy, who's going to be the bad guy. These people over here, these are the one like Whisper Nodes and some of these guys. These are the funny ones. They're waiting. They're going to be waiting till the very last minute. And either they have a dog in this fight or they don't have a dog in this fight. But either way, they're trying to save what's left of that. That's what they're trying to do, is trying to save what's left of their delegations, because they know that this is going to be incredibly conscientious. And tokens are going to move. People are going to lose delegations one way or another. They are going to lose money. It's going to be moving on. And they just don't want to get caught up in that. They don't want to get caught up in the aftermath and the blowback and all of that stuff. But we'll know tomorrow. I'm not gonna. We won't be live tomorrow. I'm indifferent. I'm just getting it all out tonight, because whatever was gonna happen has pretty much already occurred, and now we're just we're waiting it out. That's all it is. I'm sure you guys have opinions. I'm sure they're all over the board. Inflation is too high. All right, we pay too much for security here, stupidly too much. When you consider the usage on the chain, we are in the entire thing. No, we're paying entirely too much for security, man. This is practically social security at this point, but it's social security for validators and large investors who are sitting there harvesting it off. And even though it's going to be a dying model, whatever you were going to do, you didn't do, and this price is just going to continue to suffer. As long as they can pull off the top, they don't care, man. Keep it going as long as you can. And when it finally bottoms out and we realize that, all right, the token ain't worth a shit, it's never did anything, it never will. When they finally get to that point, they'll do this. They'll do this. Well, hey, we tried. We voted. We had props. We tried to save all this stuff. And they'll all just move on to something else. They'll move over to Polkadot or whatever the up-and-comer was. They'll push out their hundreds of millions of dollars, and they'll offer it up. So how would Kronos like to have us? What do you think about us, Polkadot? Hey, Uniswap, we'd love to come over your way. And it'll just be a bidding war, man. They're just going to whore themselves out on the stage, and people are going to vote for people are going to, I'll take that one. I'll take that. What do you got, 80 million? Yeah, come on over here, man. Look, we got your validator. You'll get your VIG. Everything's cool. Go ahead and put it in, and then this is the narrative that you're gonna speak. it's a lot of this is the illusion of decentralization. I know we don't say, oh, no, it's fully it's not, man. It's the illusion of decentralization. And honestly, man, we got no one to blame for it but ourselves. Nobody. You have there's a very core group that are deciding everything, that are gonna make sure that what they want is what's gonna happen. They have an army of useful idiots that'll go out there and parrot whatever narrative is put down to them, because they're not actually in the room, but they want to be in the room. So there's a couple ways to get into that room. You either buy your way into that room, or you kiss your ass way into that room. You do one of those two things. And sadly, man, a lot of these smaller players, man, they're just trying to endear themselves in there. They're the toadies. They're the, well, I'll get your coffee, sir. They're those kind of guys. And they really want to be in that room so that they could, hear what the real truth is. And it's great, man. It works, because then they take it out to Twitter, Reddit, all that other stuff. And they're usually the most aggressive ones. They're the ones, you just don't get it, man. It's about security. It's about tech. It's about It's not about any of those things, by the way. It's not about any of those things. Joe beat me to this one. Joe beat me to this one. That's at Cosmos DeFi. If you're looking for a really, really fun, sharp guy to follow over there on Twitter, at Cosmos DeFi, it'd probably be your guy. But I watched one of his morning streams, and the whole thing was titled "Who Cares?" And I was like, "Yep, you got it, man." So that's what the thing with retail investors. They don't give a shit about ZK IBC roll-ups with all this different stuff, man. They don't care. All right. I personally don't care. It's neat. It's engineers talking to other engineers. Great. You're making it better. Fantastic. Does it capture value? Well, it will someday. Okay, we're done. Can you explain how it captures value? Well, people are going to get it. Someday people are going to figure it out that this really has value, and then we're going to be all over it. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of time to wait, man, because it's opportunity costs. So people don't care. Retail doesn't care. There's it's such a big deal at these conferences. And I love the conferences. There's a reason that I don't cover them, because I don't care. I don't care. It's a whole bunch of people that are paying a shit ton of money to be on that stage to tell you about their latest, greatest idea and how it's going to revolutionize everything years and years from now. Meanwhile, your token is just sitting there languishing. There it is, man. That's Atom. You know how long that thing has been in that range? Forever. And your 19% APR that you're getting on this is wonderful, wonderful, if the price of that token doesn't change. But while you're pissing around and hoping that it'll just stay steady for a year so that you can earn 19%, we have tokens popping off all over the cosmos, 200, 300, 500, 700%. You understand that if you're in one of these, just once, one time, that you have licked that. You have licked that 19% APR you'd get by staking for 10 years. You have exceeded the value of that for 10 years, just from a raw, simple number. So yeah, keep buying, holding, staking. I love that. I think it's great, man. Get your airdrops, big airdrops. That's all the rage anymore. So yeah, man, keep them coming. I hope it works out really, really well for you. And that's it. I think that's about all I have to say on this one. If you guys do have, I don't know if anybody's watching tonight, man. I got nobody's whispering me questions either. But I'll take a look at them when we take a break here. That's pretty much all I have to say on that thing, man. Look, the token, the only thing that disgusts me about this more than anything else is the fact that Bacana is welded to Atom. So as Atom continues to capitulate, then and get farmed off, then I have to sit there and suck it up on my Bacana, and that part I don't like. So anyway, guys, going to take a very, very short break, 60 seconds. I can hear my dog's water bowl, and it's low on water, and I can hear that slurping sound. I hope you can't. But give me 60 seconds, guys. We'll be right back and have some fun. Let's do it.